I've been wondering for a while. I literally sat down and pondered about this over and over. What happens to bottle of sodas as they go bad? It's not unheard of to discover a long-lost can of soda under the seat of the car or buried behind other things in the pantry. But if you do discover a vintage can of soda, is it safe to put it back in the fridge and then drink it once it's nice and cold? Or will you be opening yourself up to illness or worse? In short, does soda go bad? Let's take an in-depth look. Soda tends to be one of those things people consume soon after they purchase it. Sometimes as soon as the change hits their pocket, they pop the top and tip it back. But even if they buy it in quantity, it doesn't usually take more than a week or two to go through all the sparkling soda in the fridge. So what about those rogue cans that appear a year or more after you lost track of them? Do they go bad? Can you drink them? Yes and yes. I'll explain. When chicken goes bad, you should avoid it like the plague because it becomes a petri dish of dangerous bacteria just waiting to attack your insides. On the other hand, when soda is significantly past its sell-by date, it too goes bad, but only in the sense that it loses its carbonation and flavor. You can still drink it if you want to. But why in the world would you want to? The way to tell if a soda has gone bad is to look at the expiration date on the can or bottle. Being past the expiration date is not necessarily an indication that the soda has gone bad, but it will indicate whether you can go ahead and chug it with impunity, or if you should approach this particular beverage with caution. If the expiration date was last week or even last month, it will likely still have all of its fizz and flavor. If the expiration date was more than a couple of months ago, you're getting into questionable territory. It might be fine, or it might be flatter than Eastern Colorado. How to tell if your soda has gone bad? Let's assume for a moment that you're not a glutton for punishment, and you don't have any interest in drinking soda that's gone bad. Let's also assume for a minute that you found a can of soda in the back of the fridge, and you're not sure how long it's been there. How can you tell if it's gone bad? There are a few ways. When you open it/pop it, if you hear that frizzy sound, while you pop the top and then you hold it up to your ear and hear bubbles popping away inside, it's likely just fine. If, however, there is no sound when you pop the top and no sound of bubbles percolating inside once it's opened, it's probably gone bad. The taste. Okay, you discovered bottles of drinks in your fridge. You noticed it's 11 weeks past the expiration date, and when you opened it there was only a minor FST sound. What next? If you don't hear bubbles popping away inside, the best thing to do is not to taste it, but to pour some in a glass and see what you've got. If it's lively in the glass, it'll be fine. If it's flat, then whether you drink it or not will be entirely up to you. But if you do drink it, don't be surprised if it's not what you hoped it would be. How long does soda last? It's difficult to put an exact time on it, but in most cases, carbonated sodas should last at least 6 months, and as long as 9 months from the date they're manufactured and sealed into the can or bottle. Because the amount of time that passes between manufacture and the customer opening the can or bottle will vary, your best bet is to use the expiration date as a guide. According to the USDA, United States Department of Agriculture, carbonated soft drinks or sodas are not perishable and are safe past the date stamped on the container. Eventually, flavor and carbonation will decrease. For best quality, consume unopened diet sodas within 3 months after the date expires. Regular sodas within 9 months. After opening, sodas may be safely stored in the pantry or refrigerator, inasmuch as carbonated drinks aren't easily perishable. Here are some health risks related to overconsumption of carbonated drinks, and how you can avoid these risks. Carbonated drinks can be detrimental to your health for several reasons. They often contain high levels of sugar or artificial sweeteners, which can contribute to obesity, type 2 diabetes, and tooth decay. Additionally, The carbonation itself can lead to bloating and discomfort. Aside this, here are some headlines about controversial ingredients and chemicals in your favorite brands. Well, reducing your soda intake would really help in preventing these ailments. If you're taking sodas every day, you see that's a big problem. Let's learn about an interesting ingredient formerly used in soda drinks that had to be a thing of the past. In 2014, the world's largest beverage maker, Coca-Cola, planned to remove a controversial ingredient from some of its U.S. drinks brands by the end of this year, following an online petition. Brominated vegetable oil, or BVO, is found in Coca-Cola fruit and sports drinks such as Fanta and Powerade. Rival Pepsi removed the chemical from its Gatorade sports drink in 2013. In Japan and the European Union, the use of BVO as a food additive is not allowed. Pepsi has a plan to remove the ingredient from its entire product portfolio. It uses BVO in its Mountain Dew and AMP energy drinks sold in the U.S. BVO has been used as a stabilizer in fruit-flavored drinks as it helps to prevent ingredients from separating. According to medical researchers, excessive consumption of soft drinks containing BVO has been linked to negative health effects, including reports of memory loss and skin and nerve problems. BVO was dropped from the U.S. Food and Drug Administration's generally recognized as safe list of food ingredients in 1970. However, drinks companies in the U.S. are allowed to use BVO at up to 15 parts per million. Coca-Cola spokesman Josh Gold stressed the move to remove BVO was not an issue of safety. All of our beverages, including those with BVO, are safe and always have been and comply with all regulations in the countries where they are sold, he said in a statement. The safety and quality of our products is our highest priority. Coca-Cola said that BVO was not used in many nations other than the U.S., but it would be removed from products in Canada and Latin America. Coca-Cola's decision to remove BVO from its drink reflects a growing move among companies to reconsider certain practices due to public pressure. The campaign against the use of BVO was begun by Sarah Kavanaugh, a teenager from Mississippi, who questioned why the ingredient was being used in drinks targeted at health-conscious athletes. Thousands of people have since signed her online petition on change.org to have BVO removed from drinks. Following an announcement by Coca-Cola and Pepsi, Ms. Kavanaugh was quoted as saying, "It's really good to know that companies, especially big companies, are listening to consumers. I am really thrilled," Ms. Kavanaugh, a 17-year-old high school junior, said in a telephone interview. Not only has Coca-Cola, which is such a huge company, listened to what me and 60,000 other people had to say about Powerade, it's removing brominated vegetable oil from all its products. I think that shows that such a big company does care about what consumers think. She said she would be waiting to see whether PepsiCo would follow suit and remove brominated vegetable oil from the rest of its products that contain it. A PepsiCo spokesman said, "We removed BVO from Gatorade in 2013 in response to our consumers, and since that time we have been actively working to remove it from the rest of our product portfolio." Coca-Cola said it planned to eliminate the ingredient from all of its drinks by the end of the year. This concludes today's video, guys. Hope to see you in our next upload. Hit that subscribe button, leave a like and comment your thoughts. Bye.